The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I think tomorrow morning we're going to open up positive. Okay, they're going to have the plunger team come in, and it's the end of the year. Usually they always at the end of the year, right going into Christmas here, they New Year's, they start trying to do everything they can to rally it. Okay, that's what I said yesterday after the market was down about 500 points. I said tomorrow morning, don't worry though, you'll wake up and tomorrow morning the market will be up, and they do that by buying treasuries, or I should say index funds, and they do that. Every time the market's down, they come back, boom, artificially push that market right back up, which tells you there's something really wrong with the market. Now, today the market's up 500 points, like I said would happen, right? When you get swings like that, that tells you internally the market is in really bad shape. It's not on a sound footing. And you can tell that by just looking at the bond yields. And here's what's really interesting. Nobody cares about the bond yields. I remember when Kramer, and I remember when Kudlow, right before the 2008 crash, they kept telling people, don't worry about the bonds, don't look at the yields, it means nothing. And it was inverting. I mean, just as bad, actually, our bonds are inverting worse today, okay, than right before the crash of 2008. Yeah, a worse signal that was telling you, let me tell you, when you have the 2-year, okay, bond going up faster than the 10-year, or the 3-month going up faster than the 10-year, that's a bad sign. That tells you head for the hills, because a crash is going to happen. But like back then, today they're doing the same thing. Back then we were told, don't even worry about the bond market. Don't even look at the bond market. It means nothing. That China and Germany and all those economies globally will keep carrying us through. It'll filter down to us because they're very strong. That'll help out us. But today, like then, our 2-year now, since September, is up 216%. That's what I'm saying. The 2-year bond yield is up 216%. The 3 months up 184%. Now let's go to the 3-month against the 10-year. So if you look at the 3-month bond yields, they've increased 184% since September. 184%. Against the 10-year, only 14%. So imagine this. A 3-month bond yield is going up 184% faster, think of that, than the 10-year yield. Now, it's never wrong. That tells you we're going to be entering a severe recession and a crash. It's never been wrong. Now, at times they can go in and they can try to unwind it for a while, go buy more stocks, they can manipulate it. But at the end of the day, they can't. At the end of the day, the bond always tells the truth. Now, if you take the 2-year against the 10-year, think about that. The 2-year has been going up 216%. Rather, 10 years only going up 14%. So 2-year, 216 against 14. 3-month, 184 against 14. If you don't take that seriously and learn how to sell short a stock, you're going to be in deep trouble because it's never been wrong. Never. When that yield curve is inverting, it is sending you a signal that the market is way over leveraged, especially the banks. You know, that's the other thing about the banks. People don't realize about the banks. Since 2008, the banks are so leveraged. And the only thing that keeps the banks propped up is, they're illiquid. Remember, the banks aren't going to go bankrupt. I mean, a couple banks could go out of business, like we saw with Bear Stearns. But what the Fed does, they always make sure they print money for them. 20 trillion, 16 trillion, 15 trillion, to make sure they always have enough liquid. So they're always propping up the banks. So here you got the bond yield, which 99% of the people listening to me don't even know what I'm talking about. And then I can tell you with the banks are in so deep that they always have to keep printing money for them to keep them in business. And let's think about what's going on that really happened yesterday, why the market went down. The real reason, not the fake reason, not the fake business news network. I'm not talking about what CNBC said yesterday, or Bloomberg, or Fox Business. They were taking parking space in everyone's head yesterday, investors' head. They said the reason for the 500-point market was due to the Omicron COVID variants. Investors were worried, really worried, that it's going to slow down the global output. That's why it went down 500 points. Especially, they're really concerned about Europe. It's going to slow Europe right down to nothing. And they brought up how they're having all these lockdowns in Europe. So they said that's why the market dropped 500 points, because of this variance. Everybody's worried, especially Europe. Also, they said the reason why we were down 500 points yesterday, oh, by the way, we're up 500 points today, was because West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, he said on Sunday that he's going to reject Biden's new $1.9 trillion American Family Plan, also called the Reconciliation Plan, also called the Socialist Plan. Remember, that ties back to the one they already passed on March 11, 2021, the $2 trillion American Rescue Plan. And he said, I'm not going to go along with it. So they said that's another reason why we went down 500 points. They're very concerned about that. That's why it went down. Both are lies. That's the fake business news network. Their job, remember, always to make you feel good. That the economy's doing great. Things are just wonderful, right?
The consumer is in very, very good shape, given wages, given jobs, even the savings rate.
Can you believe that? Consumer is in real good shape. Do you know why the market went down 500 points yesterday? It had nothing to do with Joe Manchin. It had nothing to do with they're worried about the variants. It had to do, the real reason, the financial headwinds. They're starting to add up. On top of the existing headwinds, rising rates, they're going to taper QE, historic inflation, historic stock valuation. Stocks are nuts. Yield curve inversion, very dangerous. Another problem came up yesterday. This is why the market went down. Disposable income is shrinking. Oh, but the fake business network going to tell you that. They're going to mask it with, it's because Joe the politician, he's not going to go along with the president. No, it had nothing to do with it. Disposable income is shrinking. That means the amount of money you have left after you pay your taxes and your bills is shrinking. That's right, shrinking. It's making it so difficult to meet our obligations. Of course, they're not going to tell you that. There's $4.5 trillion in student loan debt, auto loan debt, and credit card debt. That's part of the $15 trillion historic consumer debt, which they can't make because wages are not going up, because inflation's going up faster than wages. And when you get your check because of the inflation, and they'll tell you how great the consumer is, he's spending a lot of money, right? Yes, but he's buying less stuff, you idiot. He's buying less stuff, but these idiots won't tell you that. That is one of the reasons why the market went down 500 points. Not their reasons. Those reasons are all lies. Nothing to do with the COVID. Nothing at all to do with the COVID. People can't meet their obligations. Disposable income is dropped. That's one. I'll give you some more when I get back. This is where you get the truth.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So we're going to talk about, I'm trying to explain to you, how could the market be down 500 points yesterday and back up 500 points today? Did companies turn around, do terrific? Here, listen to this. Listen to this. Here's Kramer.
I'm telling you that things are better than people think.
Yeah, things are better than people think. Yep.
I think this is a brand new bull market cycle.
Yep, new bull market cycle. Here's Kramer.
Yes, we do stay the course. No need to dump your stocks.
No. Don't do the stocks. Stay where. Find another Bear Stearns, Jimmy. Yeah.
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No.
No, Bear Stearns. So how'd that work out when you told everybody back then?
Yes, we do stay the course. No need to dump your stocks.
Yeah, no need to. How'd that work out for you? It didn't work out very well back then. You think it's going to work out now? Now, here's what's interesting about this. So they're telling how everything is terrific, right? But the reason the market was down 500 points yesterday, they had to lie about it. They couldn't tell the truth. The fake business news network, these people, they couldn't tell the truth. They couldn't tell you on top of the rising rates and the tapering of QE and the historic inflation, historic valuations, which are nuts, and the yield curve, which is inverting, which is never wrong. Always tell you you're going into a recession, and then you're going to go into a crash. Disposable income. We found out yesterday, disposable income, but nobody talked about it. It's shrinking like crazy. I mean, you don't have any money to pay your bills. After you pay your debt, after you pay your taxes and some bills, you haven't got enough money. Disposable income. That's what scared the market yesterday. And here's what scared the market. They couldn't meet their obligations because their disposable income, money they have left after paying their taxes, expenses, they can't pay their student loans, they can't pay their auto loans, they can't pay their credit cards. They're $4.5 trillion are owed and they're struggling. The other reason why the market went down 500 points yesterday, and they lied about it, because, again, we have historic consumer debt. We never had $15 trillion in historic consumer debt, and we never had where they couldn't meet their student loan, auto loan, and credit card. $4.5 trillion. That's historic. But here's the real reason. Also, another reason what scared everybody yesterday, the smart money, not the stupid money, smart money. People are going back to their home using it as an ATM machine. We had historic equity withdrawal. We're going right back to our homes being used as an ATM machine. They pulled out $63 billion in 1.1 million people withdrew equity of their homes. $63 billion in 1 quarter. They're using their home as an ATM machine. How did that work out in 2007, right before the crash? Now, everybody's, again, pulling all their money out of their houses, refinancing their houses because they can't pay their bills. They're trying to consolidate their bills. People are so leveraged. That's why the market went down 500 points. Not because Manchin isn't going to cooperate with Biden on his new American family plan, or, which is part of his Build Back Better plan. You remember the CARES Act, Trump, but then after that came the American Rescue Plan. Biden gave the House away, and now he wants to do another socialist program, American Family Plan, and the senator from West Virginia saying no. But that has nothing to do with the market yesterday. What scared the market is, are we back to people withdrawing equity at home just so they can pay their bills? Yes. And here's another thing that scared the market. The banks. The banks are so leveraged right now. Why do you think they keep printing money? Oh, and by the way, here's what's really crazy. The banks finally figured it out, and the smart money finally figured it out. For 13 years, if you're a corporation, you did not have to have prosperity. and they would buy your stock. Your stock could go from $5 to $500 without having any profits. For 13 years, prosperity with no profits by simply having the Fed print money, go into your business and buy your debt from you so you don't go bankrupt and put it on their balance sheet. So now you got more cash to go buy your own stock to push your stock price up, which now the valuations are at nosebleed levels. That's why the market was down 500 points yesterday. But nobody wants to believe any of this. And most people, just like what happened back in 2007, the bond yields were doing the same thing, inverted. And then all of a sudden, for 5 months, they were inverted. And everybody, Kramer and Russ said, see, I told you, don't worry about the inversion of the bond. Don't worry, it doesn't matter anymore. I remember Kudlow saying that about the housing market. Don't worry about it. 5 months went along, they were partying, everybody's making a lot of money. Like now, boom, Lehman, boom, overnight goes bankrupt. Isn't it amazing how we just don't learn? We don't learn. This is crazy what's going on. So we have historic consumer debt. Never have we had consumer debt this much. And people can't pay it, so now they're out using their home as an ATM machine. How's that going to work out, you think? And you have these people, the fake business network, tell you everything's wonderful. So you go out and you'll spend more money. See, that's the problem. The problem is they tell you, look at the stock market. It tells you how well we're doing as an economy. It's not. That's a lie. And people feel comfortable to go into debt, to go and borrow against their home, to borrow enough money against their home to pay their student loan, auto loan, and credit card. This is nuts. 1 million people pulled $6.3 billion in one. You know how much that is in 1 quarter? That's historic. We never had that. Personal income is down, and they're borrowing like this. So you better learn how to short. You better learn how to short. Do you know how much this market rallied, the S&P, since 2008? 583%. The market rallied the S&P 583% and did it without profits. Only 6 stocks have profits, and I'll explain that when I get back. Only 6 stocks of the S&P. So what do? You join my gang. Call 877-600-GANG so you make money whether the market goes up or down.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang radio show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang social media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to my gang. Please sign up for my gang. It's free for 10 days, and I will show you, Steve will show you, very simple, how to protect yourself when markets collapse. Okay? No, you're not going to be able to go and buy Procter & Gamble. You're going to be fine. You're not going to talk with your broker. He's going to come on in. We'll rearrange your portfolio. No. If anyone tells you to diversify, what they're telling you actually, you're going to diversify into bankruptcy. There's no such thing as diversifying to save yourself when the market crashes. The 401k is rotten to the core. Why? Because I want you to think about why I say that. Why it's rotten to the core. It's not just me saying it. The guy who started the 401k says it's rotten to the core. Those are his words. I'm quoting him. Rotten to the core. And he set it up. Because a 401k doesn't let you make money when the market go down. You're screwed. You just got to sit there. And you got to hope. Imagine being in a hope mode. But my members, when the market goes down like the spiders, right? We just inverse. We buy what we call symbol SDS. So the market's dropping, the SDS goes up, just like buying a stock. And my members are always making money when the market is going down, as long as they follow us. They don't go off the reservation. As long as they have my YouTube color code, my color code chart, Pro 2. As long as they have the color coded chart. And they stay by the rules. If the stock is in an uptrend, you stay with. That means money's coming in, stay with. But if the market pulls back, if you're in a stock at $40 and it pulls back to, let's say, 30, and they tell you to buy on the dip, and you look, and the money is flowing out, my chart identifies it, has a color code warning you, so you don't get in that stock. So when these gangsters like Kramer and Varney, and well, I shouldn't call Varney's a good. He admits he knows nothing. Payne, he's one of the worst. When they tell you to buy on the dip, it makes me sick. Because I see people going in and money is, they'll take a stock like I don't know, Facebook. And money's flowing out of that stock left and right. And these guys buying the dip, buy Facebook on a dip. Just irks the hell out of me. I mean, I've been watching this for 51 years. Buying a dip. And people get slaughtered. But you won't if you just take 10 days and convince yourself. I'm not going to convince you in the 10 days. I'm not here to sell you over 10 days. You're going to convince yourself. Because during that 10 days, you're going to be inside our portfolio of stocks. During that 10 days, you're going to have access to our stocks and our portfolio. Like you give me access to your 401k. I don't know what I do there. But, honest to God, you have access to it. And then Steve will tell you, okay, look at this. PJT is going up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy it here. And then he tells you, okay, now let's watch. Okay, now we're going to add some shares here. Then he'll tell you, okay, maybe we should let's take some shares off. Let's get a little stronger. Let's see if the volume comes in and pushes it up. Because volume is energy. And then he sees the volume coming in. And that means there's more energy and more energy. Then he said, okay, you know the 200 shares we took off? Let's put those back on plus another 300 shares. You're guided all the way through. Do you get that with your 401k manager? Do you even know who he is? So again, going back to yesterday. Or let's go back to today. So now the market's up 518 points. What a joke. You know how they got that market up? I told you. And I said that yesterday. I said that on, I think it was on radio, didn't I? Or where did I say that? My class? That they would in my class, yeah. Yesterday I said in my class when the market was down, I said, I'm telling you, when you have announcements like this, do not chase this market. A market on a big event, on a big announcement like this, never looks the same. 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks later. And this market is going to look totally different in a short period of time. And it did. That's the day that he made his announcement. That's the day that Powell made his announcement. Remember the market went up 300 points? And then I told you it's not going to hold. It's going to go down, and it did. Then I told you yesterday, don't worry, it's going to go back up again today. And I was right. I said it's going to open up tomorrow morning, meaning this morning. I think tomorrow morning we're going to open up positive. Okay, they're going to, and we did. And I explained why. So here's what you've got to do. I'm listening to them today, and they're saying, oh, boy, the market's up today. You see, let's take a look at the leaders. Energy, tech, and discretionary. Oh, wow. Energy. Wow. Tech. Wow. And energy, tech, and, discretionary. What a joke. So, okay, so let's go to energy. I'll go to XLE. I'm putting up on my chart now. If you have a mobile device, you can see it. I'll put up XLE. So let's look at XLE. Okay, and so they get you all excited. You're going to hear him. You're going to say, I better get in. I better get in now. I got to get an XLE before it goes higher. It's a 54, 53. Get me in. Get me in. But what's it telling you? Since December 3rd, money's pouring out of it. See, my chart, which is patent, you don't have this. It shows all red candlesticks since December 6th. It's showing you the trend of money is going out. Would you jump into a deep end of a swimming pool head first if the water was going out? You probably would. If it was Payne who said buying a dip, or Kramer, you probably would. You'd probably jump in head first. So here, look at money. Can you see this? Look, money is flowing out. So someone bought that today. They're all excited. Maybe they got in this morning when it was around $53.58. Now it's at $54.52. It's off its high of $54.72. And they think they're doing good. They have no clue they're screwed. But remember, he said energy's leading. That's not leading. You know what energy's leading when he should say it's leading? When it gets above a high of 59.40. That's when it's leading. When it dropped from 59.40 down to a low of 51.66, and the reason why it's staying red is telling you from the low of 51.66 energy up to the high of again about 59.40. There's all sellers. There's more sellers. That's called overhang. So if you take and look at the chart and you look at the high, let's say 59.40, from there where we are today to 54.55, those are all sellers above you. How are you going to get through them? How are you going to get through them? Go take a look at the energy. There's not enough buyers. So what should you be doing with the stock? Instead, they should say, hey, you see energy? It hasn't made its new high. Can't do it. The volume is horrible. And look at this. When it takes out yesterday's low was 51.66. Short it. And we'll show you how to short it. And Steve, he'll tell you everything to do. Everything. You're not alone. Here, listen, Caterpillar
continue to hold, which is a scout short. Again, we're really waiting for it to make some new lower lows.
So he's telling you, if you have cat, he's telling you what to do. If you got the energy, tell you what to do. Now here's another one he says. Big leader today. Big leader. Let's go to the banks. Now this is stupid. This is totally stupid. He says the banks are leading? Are you kidding me? More when I get back. Join the gang free for 10 days. Then when you make some money, help St. Jude.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect
protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
I think I saw old Santa through my window.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I'm just looking, and they're saying how they're on the TV, said, CNBC, boy, stocks are really rebounding. And they're telling you the leaders today, right? And tell you how great the big tech is today. But wait a minute. Let's go check out what the yield is. Before you buy big tech, number one. Never mind, don't even forget the trend. That's just 147. Are you nuts? Those yields are too high. Institutions aren't going to buy those stocks. And they're off their highs already. Are you kidding? And then they said the laggards today are XLU, utilities. Utilities is a better group than the lagger. XLU is a better group than energy. That's right, a better group than energy. So he's bragging, and then look at XL. Then look at this discretionary, consumer discretionary. See, those are doing well today. Horrible. As a professional, I'd be watching, not energy. Okay, I'd be watching my utilities, because you see, utilities, I only have to go from 69.16 to 71.51. That's it. Once it breaks out above there, I'm home free. Are you kidding? If I'm going to have to go and I'm going to buy the stocks they like, if I'm going to go buy energy, you nuts? How am I going to get from 50? It's $54 now. How am I going to get all the way back up to $59 when between 54 and 59 are all sellers? See, when you listen to these shows and they come out with this stuff, first of all, these people don't even know what they're talking about. They have no idea. They have no clue. Someone's in their earpiece talking to them. And the people know what they're doing, like Payne and Kramer. Their job is to get you excited. Their job is to get you to buy all the time. Buy all the time. Because they got to get that forward. They got to get forward to buy the hour, to buy the time. Remember, they got to pay for their airtime. They need commercials. They need people. They need to get, they have to convince GM. They have to convince Ford that they can sell more cars than Bloomberg or CNBC. So they're going to, and they rate them how enthusiastic they are. How enthusiastic, how well are they selling? How well are they making people feel good? That's their job. How does that help you? It doesn't. They're not there to help you. Is Congress there to help you? No. When they told us in Afghanistan they're going to get every American out, right? Don't worry about it. We're going to get that was a lie. You can go through millions of lies. You think they're different on Wall Street? Look, all you have to do, and I told my members today, so starting January, I'm going to give you a nice little program. We're going to take the best performers. We had right now, since 2008, the bank stocks went up it went up 707%. Okay, our XLK, which is big tech stocks. I'm sorry, XLF went up 707%. XLK went up 31%. S&P's gone up since 2008 583%. So I said, let's just follow, and I'll prove to you you'll make more money than you ever will in a 401k. Just follow me on the S&P. We'll buy the S&P, buy and sell those, the spiders, and we'll buy and sell the banks, and we'll buy and sell big tech, the ETFs, XLK, XLF, and S&P. And that's all we'll do. And we'll always be right when the market's going up. We'll be right. We'll always be making money on the way up. And when the market goes down, we'll always be in those three groups, and we'll always make money on the way down. See, that's how you do it. I'd like to have anybody challenge me and tell me they can go in and just go long all year from now to next year this time, go long, only buy big tech, XLK, only buy the banks, XLF, and only buy the S&P, not short them. And that they're going to make more money, better returns than I can. I'd love to see that. I'll take anybody's challenge on that. It's impossible. Impossible. It's like going down the street and picking up a $100 bill and you rip it up. And say, I think I'll keep half of it. Or then you turn the corner and see a car deal. And you say, yeah, I love that car. Can you give me one of those cars with just forward, no reverse? It's unbelievable, isn't it? So, right now, what you want to do, okay, where all the money is going to be made, a lot of money is going to be made. And I gave this to my members this morning. I said, in all the COVID stocks, those stocks are going to make a fortune. Okay, all of those, whether it's the airlines or the cruise lines. The other day when the market dropped 500 points, those stocks did not go down. They did not go down. What does that mean? That means relative strength. So all they have to do is join my gang, and then every day when you come home from work or whatever, just check with Steve, and he'll make sure every one of those stocks, the best ones, we'll pick out the best ones. Here, I'm looking at ALK, Alaskan Airline. When the market was going down yesterday, that thing was going straight up. What else was looking good yesterday? Another one that's looking really great is JetBlue. Now, don't buy these now. I hate giving out these stocks because people go buy them. They don't join the gang. They think they're clever, and they lose money. And then I read somewhere on a site, I listened to Phil and I lost money. but they don't tell you the other side. I listen to Phil, and I'm really cheap. I wanted to save $39.95, so I thought when he said, boy, LUV, Southwest Airlines, I went and bought it. But he couldn't get a hold of me to tell me when to turn around and short it. He couldn't get a hold of me to tell me when to add or take shares off or put a stop in to protect myself. He couldn't get a hold of me. Why don't you put that in there? They'll never do that. Okay, so listen to this. Listen to this. This is unbelievable. Okay.
Hey, more inflation coming down the road doesn't necessarily mean that the economy is going to slow.
Oh my God. You gotta be. Do you know what inflation is? This is sickening. Inflation is a tax. It's a tax. Inflation is the worst thing in the world. I can't think of anything worse in the financial arena than inflation, unless you're a multimillionaire. If you're a multimillionaire, you want inflation because all your assets will go up, and you want you want the dollar to drop big time, be worthless, because you make so much money with the inflation pushing your assets up, artwork, jewelry, everything else, and you want that inflation. They love inflation, the rich, but they're the only one that benefits. Main Street loses. Main Street loses. I told you the other day, from March 2020 to March 2021, the market went up. I think it was 95%. The gains were $51 trillion, and all that money went to the top 1% of the population. 1%, that's it, out of 15 trillion. 15 trillion. I think the people in 401ks made something like $285,000. If you spread $285,000 over 80 million 401ks, made nothing. So we got some exciting times here, but again, remember, every day, shut off the financial TV. Don't listen to a thing they tell you. Don't. If all you did could discipline yourself and just stay in the spiders, stay in the ETF, big banks. Okay, if you just do spiders in the big banks, just don't. If all you did was the spiders and the big banks, or do the spiders and big tech, do the spiders and big tech or spiders in the big banks. Just do two of them and follow me and Steve every day. At the end of next year, this time you're going to go, thank God. And you take a couple minutes a day. And if you don't think that's true, then take a look at it for 10 days. It's free. All we ask is please help St. Jude if you make money. That's all. Okay, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Go to my store, my holiday store. Remember, we have a beautiful video in there you can have.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.